please.
No.
Please.
Whoa!
That would have been all right, wouldn't it?
Unlucky. It was a good effort.
Right, one to you.
Okay.
I'll take it 4.
Right.
I mean, superb caddying, by the way.
Yeah,
That was good. That was good.
All right. Not a cloud in the sky.
Do you know what? That's really unhelpful. I always like to look up at the clouds and see which way they're moving
Yes, yeah.
to identify which
Yeah,
way
I
the
hear
wind is. But either way, you're going to flush it down the middle. Ah, flushed it. What a shot. I think you might outdrive my driver here. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it went well.
Great ball.
Thanks. Shot. Lovely.
So home, it's a relatively small part of the world,
Yes.
but it's produced some big names.
It has, yeah.
What is so special about Northern Ireland, Belfast and home?
I don't know. I mean, I could get emotional talking about home. I always get emotional talking about home. And I always call it home. I haven't lived in Northern Ireland now for 23 years plus. But it's still home. I still say I'm coming home in a couple of weeks, and that means I'm going over there. It's a great environment. Like, it's had obviously very well documented issues as a part of the world and civil conflict and everything, but they're great people. You're surrounded by really brilliant people wherever you are at home, and you feed off that, and there's a lot of opportunity there. Considering how bleak it was, there's still a lot of opportunity in the world of sport at golf, and golf's accessible. You don't have to be some like rich kid to play golf. You know, there's a lot of open doors for you, which isn't the case in a lot of different parts of the world. And I think there's a support network, and there's, you know, you're inspired by the people that have come before you, and you know, in my game, you've, you know, Liam Neeson and Kieran Hines and Jimmy Nesbitt and all these people who were like, who are doing it, you know, who are making it happen. And I think that's been really inspiring for people my generation, and the young guys now coming through, like Anthony Boyle and stuff, who's in Say Nothing, and he's a brilliant young actor, and you know, and Lola Pettigrew, all these great like young actors from Belfast who are coming through now because they've seen that you can do it, you know. And the golf thing, I mean, it's been unbelievable. Like, but it took a while. But you know what I mean? I mean by like you're inspired. You know, it been a long time since, you know, Irish major winners, or whatever. And then Harrington knocks off 3 in a couple of years. You know, and then that influences Graham McDowell, and then Darren the next year, and then Rory for, you know, 4 of them in 3. You know, it's and you inspire each other, you lift each other up. You know, and I think North of Ireland, all of Ireland, like it's a supportive place. You know, we're supportive of our own, you know, until we're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a supportive environment.
The environment is such an important thing, but as a kid, did you have big dreams? Was it easy for you to dream? I'm not sure what my dreams would have been like you know, I don't even know what they would have been. They would have been sport related probably, but I wasn't good enough at any sport to have excelled playing really. But like, I was, you know, obsessed with sport and played a lot of sport at a good level, but I was never going to make a career out of sport. But I thought I'd work within sport in some way. I thought I'd sort of work behind the scenes in sport or something like that. I would have loved to have done that. No, I think I always had some sort of sense of ambition. I've always felt like I've wanted to make something of myself, but I don't know I wouldn't know what to call that or name that or anything. And but I've always had that in there. Didn't really show it maybe early on. I didn't work hard enough for it maybe, but over time I realised that you do need to put the work in, but it took me a while to get there. And a lot of that's self-taught. So
I think it's circumstantial. I lost my mum when I was young, and then I lost 4 of my best mates a year later in a car crash. So I had a lot of, like, I know this is get all deep here, but it was a very changed me in a lot of ways, and it's, for whatever reason, lit some sort of fire under me to be like, I feel I've really lived my life with a point to prove, and a bit of a fire under my belly, and so yeah, I think that probably is a result of loss and grief that I went through as a kid, that has in some ways served how I am now as an adult, you know.
I think it's so amazing how
you bounce back from those sort of events, and you know, I always feel it can go one or another way, sort of thing, and that's where the environment that you talked about and the atmosphere plays such a massive part, not just in your personal life but also your professional career, making sure you work with the right people and have that setting to, you know,
thrive,
hold you up.
But
I reckon you can take on this par 5 and 2, Jamie.
I think I have to. I mean, that's it. What have we got? 8 iron in? What's it?
I'm your caddy as well, aren't I?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Sorry,
right.
Don't forget that
Let's
rule.
see how far you've got. 180 yards. If I'm really doing this caddying role, we've
playing
got
195 or something, probably.
Yeah, it's kind of
200. Is it? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's freshly cut grass. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Ah,
that was a proper strike, but
it. It's good at that other flag.
That's left edge of the green. That's fine.
Is it?
It's got 2 putt all
Chipping
over
a putt?
it. Yeah.
Or chipping 3 putts?
I'm back there. You outdriven me again.
Oh, yeah,
you need to stop that. Oh, go.
Go.
That is so short.
Is it?
That is
catch
so,
a piece. Get up, get up. Oh, it
so
is
short.
No, it is short. Well, we're both chipping.
Nearly heading to the beach over there. It's pretty insane when you think about how fast time has travelled, I guess, to a certain degree, and your first major breakthrough was a series of 4, and obviously Belfast was a big deal as well, and you know, even just being in that calibre of working alongside some incredible people, that must have been a pinch me moment, no?
Yeah, I think, it's sort of the whole career. It sometimes feels like a pinch me moment, you know. As I said, I'm not one of those kids who grew up looking for this or trying to really seek this out, I guess. It sort of came to me in some roundabout way. But listen, if you're doing a movie where Judi Dench is playing your mum and Kieran Hines is playing your dad, you've done a couple of things well. I think, you know, you've done all right with Kenneth Branagh directing. It was, you know, Belfast was a mad experience. The Fall was an incredible experience. I've said this many times, but it literally changed my life overnight. And you know, it's the first time I'd been the lead in anything. First time I'd worked with the BBC, who I've now a pretty long and storied relationship with, and I'm proud of that. And you know, so it's it's been a fun ride, and you know, I still really enjoy it, you know, as much as I did before. But I'm producing stuff more now. I've been writing a bit, and we're making a film that I co-wrote with my mate at the end of this year, and you know, so there's other avenues within the industry that I'm really interested in these days as well, which have been presented to me through whatever position I find myself in. So it's nice, actually.
Well, you're obviously one of those really annoying people that's just kind of talented at everything, right? So great at sports,
No.
you know, modelling, acting, nominations, awards. I mean, what is the dream?
Retire at 54.
How do you now?
I'm soon to be 43.
Okay, we've got a bit of time.
About 12 years left in me. No, I do genuinely want to slow down from acting work within that time, or towards the end of that time. I want to be producing more stuff. I'm not saying I'll not act again. I will, but I don't want to be got off to places for sort of 6 months and away. You know, I'd like to think I'd be okay, and I will have allowed myself enough freedom to. I want to play a lot of golf.
Yeah.
I'm really honest
That's
with you.
what you're really trying to say.
I do, and I want to be around with, you know, you know, my kids. That, you know, our youngest is only 6, and you know, I want to be around for them as they enter their early years of adulthood, and but I also want to, truthfully, I want to be playing a lot of golf.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to play
Don't
golf.
blame you.
I want to slow down in my career when my body still works. You know, I have no interest in that thing of like working to 70 and then go, right now, time to play golf. I'm at 70. Like, you know, I know you can still get it around at 70, but like, I'd rather be doing it in my mid-50s where I still feel like I've got something.
I mean,
you know?
I've only just met you today, but what I'm getting from this is, you know, you're the kind of guy who's pretty good at staying in the present moment. But you know, you can have a plan. Yeah. But the thing is, once you have a plan, things often don't go to plan. So, you know, I'll ask you about your future there, but it's nice to know that you're this present guy and you focus on that sort of moment, and it's obviously you've done pretty well so far.
Yeah, but like there's all these mitigating factors that can change everything that I could put in the rough plan. Do you know what I mean? So I do think you just sort of have to take it as it comes, and so far that's been good to me. And you know,
you want to play some more golf, so you can make you up and down.
Am I in this bunker?
I'm not sure. Good luck finding that one. I'm going this way, you're going that way. See you later. See you on the green. Oh, whoops. Spin. Ah! At least it looks good from this angle.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Can't see it's gone 50
It'll be
feet
much
past.
closer. Yeah. Go.
Nice roll, but just too
Great
much
roll.
juice.
Yeah, all good. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, you're a machine.
Ran out of
Almost.
gas.
All right, nice and friendly. One more hole to go. Oh yeah, that's solid. I mean, you've really sold that 3-wood to me. Can I have a go with it as well? And you had an amazing
nice
bounce.
kick. That's a nice
Talk
kick.
about, great shots and good bounces.
Thanks,
Can I have a go with that one?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.